Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me. Sadly, he isn't me.
3 weeks ago, I made the commitment to recreate Wingnuts 2 Rainer's Revenge from scratch for newer hardware. Looking at the checklist of all the things that have been done in the last 3 weeks, it looks like a lot more than it feels like. I had to start first by getting rid of some of the Godot icon placeholder things. For Pete's sake, it's a shooter game and I'm throwing little faces around the screen. One of the biggest features that got done in the last 3 weeks is the modularity and composition of the bullet system. I want to be able to shoot multiple bullets, but I also want them to be able to spread in multiple directions, or maybe at different widths. They need to be modular enough for different plane instances. There were a couple times where I had no idea what I was doing with vector coordinates, converting from degrees to radians, and we ended up with some interesting behaviors. But I also learned more about my game when I was exploring it. I think game development is actually pretty easy when you break it down into its components. It's just a series of identifying problems and learning what questions to ask in order to solve those problems. It's time for a lightning round. We implemented camera smoothing and look ahead so that the player is not centered in the screen at all times. We upgraded the version from 4.3 to 4.4.1 because now they have physics interpolation. I also upgraded the booster particles. Now that they're more modular, you can change the colors and things, but they do look a lot different than the original game. I'm going to cross my fingers, and my hope is that for the next release we'll be able to actually have a small demo put out just to get some feedback on small components in this game. I think there's a lot of value in having community feedback surrounding that and being involved in that, particularly when you're just one person trying to do all 900 things all on your own. I think games are meant to be shared with other people, and so this is me asking you to share in my game that I'm working on. Again, I don't know if we're actually going to have a demo published next month for you to play and enjoy, but if you do want to know when that comes out and to be kept in the loop, I would invite you to give that button a subscribe, smack the bell icon if you'd like doing that too. It's been a fun learning process so far. I hope you get a little out of it too. I did learn that aircraft carriers used to be basically floating docks. That was kind of cool. The first Wingnuts game kind of just looks like a brick on the water. Talk about a floating dock. For anyone in the States, I hope you have a great week. I hope you have a happy Easter, and I look forward to catching you soon. Thanks.